All right, as per usual, never really know how this is going to work in the beginning when I haven't done one of these in a while. So if you can hear me, if you can see me, let me know. Hi Mark, hi Lucy, hi Reese. So yeah, let me know if you can see and or hear me or both or whatever. I feel like I have a huge latency, which isn't a huge deal, honestly. Except that when I ask for questions that I need quick answers to, like, can you hear me? So yeah, kind of just waiting a moment. I probably need to turn slow mode off. That's probably not helping things. No, don't need a poll. Thank you. But yeah, let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna say it like 12 more times. I'm kind of just waiting for a minute to let everything catch up. So if you're watching this in the future, you probably just want to speed up a little bit. Okay, sweet. And you probably could have answered me faster, Reese, except that slow mode is on and I don't remember how to turn that off. Actually, Mark, I think you have the ability to turn that off too. So if you know how, feel free. I don't know where that is. So I don't know if you can see Lotus. He's right here next to me. I will flip the camera real quick so you can see him. So he's right here. Hey, what are we doing? Hey, we're gonna put our best face forward for the camera. Enzo is down there. We are obviously in the Airstream, obviously. It's actually the first time they've been in the Airstream since like July. So it's been a while for them. It's like home though. I think they like it. I've actually been out here quite a bit myself. I'll come out here and do just work and like Zooms because it's been really cold here. Not like, I mean, not cold, but nice, like super nice weather. It's fall here. But sorry, I just got the warning that the bit rate is lower. I don't know what's going on with that, so hopefully it catches back up. I don't know why suddenly I'm having issues. I came out here like days in a row and everything was fine, and then suddenly it's like not working. I even moved the cars, so like there's no interference between me and the house. Which, funny story, one of the cars has a dead battery all of a sudden. Nobody knew, and so I had to push it. So that was fun. You have the same sweatshirt. Yeah, I have like 4 of these. Like every hoodie I wear is this one, basically. And they're all completely faded and everything because I've had them for so long. But yeah, so we're in the Airstream for the first time. Well, not me, but them. Lotus has been enjoying being able to look out again. That's the biggest thing I don't like about the lot. I mean, it's awesome in a sense because there's no windows that are low enough that Lotus can see out of them. So I do think in a lot of ways it helps his anxiety. At the same time, you know, it kind of sucks that they can't like look out the window. But I mean, we're outside all the time, so like it really doesn't matter. But I left Riley in the house. I asked her if she wanted to be on the live stream. She said, I will cat you. So I took that as a no. And brought her, didn't make her come out. But I know I've been promising you guys a live stream since we got back to Cincinnati, and I haven't been able to do one, or I haven't done one. So I just wanted to get on here and touch base with you all and see what's going on in your all's lives and kind of give you guys an update. Obviously, if you haven't seen the Alaska announcement already, that's coming next year. But before we get into that, basically I want to kind of give you like an overview of what we've been doing here, or what I've been doing here for the last 2 months now. So we got back into Cincinnati on July, I don't know, it's like maybe like the 15th or something, I don't know, something like that. And we've been here ever since. Now, if you notice, like, vlogs are coming out from like weeks and months ago because I still have so much stuff. Like, the vlog I'm editing right now is the day we went to Big Sur. It's like, it seems like a lifetime ago. Like, there's still San Francisco, San Jose, Sacramento. I didn't really have like a Sacramento or San Jose vlog, but still have all of Utah and Nevada, plus our drive back. So like there's still just like so much stuff to like get up onto the channel, and they take forever to edit. So you'll still see those trickle out for the next several weeks, probably months even, honestly. And then the plan is to go to Alaska next year. So if you've been following along, you know Alaska's been like a huge thing that I wanted to do. I didn't want to do it this first year because I kind of wanted to like practice and work out all the kinks. But I'm definitely planning to do Alaska next year and like actually plan. As fun as it is to just wing it, I think I'm actually going to do a little bit of planning. And I really haven't started the planning yet. I just know I'm going. So the first thing I started doing is, and the reason I went ahead and announced that I'm officially going to Alaska, is it was kind of like well, if I have to do A, then at least I get to do B. And A is I have to get a real job because my insurance ran out. And looking at like the cost of individual insurance and the restrictions and everything else, I was like, I might as well just like try to find like a remote job, like a real quote unquote full-time job, but one that's remote. So I've been doing that, and I've had like a bunch of interviews this last couple weeks, and you know, I'm primarily doing it for the insurance, but I was like, well, if I'm gonna have this extra income, then we're totally going to Alaska. So we're gonna go to Alaska for at least 2 months. That's my minimum. My minimum is 2 months based on like, and that's really gonna come down to like this new job and just everything else, like how, like I'm applying for remote positions, but sometimes they're like, oh, you know, it's fully remote, but we'd like you to like cover this event or do this, because I'm applying for like creative jobs and stuff. What is it? Oh, that FedEx, yeah, him crazy. But if I can work it out, I would potentially stay 4 to 6 months. So just kind of depends on how far I can go. But 2 is really the minimum, because by the time I drive out there, that's going to take a couple weeks. And, you know, and there's just so much that I want to do. Like, one of the biggest things I didn't do on this last trip was I didn't really explore things that I couldn't explore with the pups. But if I'm going to go all the way to Alaska and there's stuff that I want to explore that isn't safe to take them, then I want to have the time to do that and the money to do that. And the way that I have the money to do that is by staying in RV parks occasionally. So we might like stay in an RV park for periodically, so that way I know they're safe. If there's anything like anything specific that I want to do. So yeah, that is Alaska, and that's what's been going on this last couple months. Kind of just like figuring out what I want to do with that and everything. I feel like I just said a lot. So, check on the comments. Congratulations on the nephew. Thank you. He's doing awesome. I got to hang out with him again yesterday. Freaking love him. I am doing good. Thank you, Tony. So, yeah. Questions, comments, rude remarks, you know, whatever you got, feel free to say. Bubba, what are you doing? You getting up here? You gonna come up here and say hi? Well, come on. Come say hi. Oh, come say hi. I'm still on the FaceTime camera. Whoops. There we go. That's better. But actually, I want to flip back to that so you can see Enzo. Enzo. Hey, Bubba. Hi. Let's say hi. Let's say hi. Did not realize I didn't flip back over, so it's probably been all pixelated and stuff, so sorry about that. So I don't technically have a job that I've like fully accepted yet. Like I said, I've been doing a bunch of interviews, but I want to do something that's something creative or social media related. Like lots of companies have people that run their social media or that make content for them or something. So like I'm applying for jobs around that so that I can basically just do more of the same. Just get health insurance for doing it. Obviously the pups would go with me no matter what. Rally, it just kind of depends. If it's gonna be like a shorter trip, like 2 months, I might leave her because I have somewhere safe now that I can leave her and where she would be cared for. If I'm going to be gone like 6 months, I don't think I'd be willing to leave her that long. I don't know. So, yeah, Enzo's coat is funny. Yeah, it's so hard to film him though. Salmon fish will be good for the pups. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they would like that. But it's cool because like my sister's already said that when I'm up there, her and her husband and my nephew are gonna fly up there and spend a few days. Eric and Brittany, Eric, if you've seen the Sequoia vlog, that's who came into town. Him and his wife have already expressed interest in wanting to fly up and, you know, spend a week or so. Alaska's just a place that a lot of people want to go, but it's, you know, it's cold and everything, and usually when given the choice, people just tend to choose the beach, I guess. Pistachio fun. Thank you, Michelle. Gosh, I actually haven't had pistachios in a while. I should get some. I need to get some at the store. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. I feel like and normally I write believe it or not, I do normally write notes for these. But I didn't this time. Which I should have, because, you know, everything's going on. Oh, so Enzo's been getting this injection, oh, I can't think of the name. I'll try to Google it here while I'm talking, so don't think that I'm ignoring you guys. But he got this injection. We did it for, I think, 8 straight weeks. He had to go in, or he had to get 8 injections every 3 to 5 days. He had to get one. And we did that until he got all 8, and now he goes once a month. And apparently they give it a lot to like racing dogs and stuff. And, you know, it's to help with their joints and everything. And obviously shepherds have those problems. And I've already seen like such massive improvements with him. He did the Flopsy run the other day, which he used to when he was a puppy. This was long before I used to have the vlogs and stuff. He used to do this little Flopsy run that was super funny. And he hasn't done that forever. And like, I thought he just kind of grew out of it, but like, no, he straight up did a Flopsy run the other day, and I was like cracking up. And unfortunately, I did not get it on film, but let me just see, in case, because I know you guys are going to want to know, because most of you have shepherds. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Adequan. Yeah, it's an Adequan injection. So yeah, I had never heard of that, and I'm kind of annoyed that I hadn't. So yeah, he has been getting those, and I've already seen, like I said, like a huge improvement. I'll put it in the comments, so like if you're trying to Google it, it's Adequan. He called Jerry Lee Bubba. Yeah, Enzo's always been Bubba. So yeah, we've been doing that. Lotus has been pretty well. We did go back on the Zanny with him just because it storms a lot here, where we went months without having to deal with rain. Enzo's been taking trazodone to help with his separation anxiety, which is done really well. And then I also have a Prozac prescription for him that on days that I know specifically I'm going to leave for a while. Like if I'm just going to run to the store or something real quick, like I don't worry about it. But like yesterday I went to see Arlo for several hours, so like I gave him one before I left. And it really does kind of chill him out. And like I'll come home and like he's not just like sitting at the top of the stairs like waiting, so like he's able to actually relax and stuff. So yeah, I like that. What else have we been doing, boys? Pups get to hang out in this massive backyard that my parents have, which has been super nice. And it's hot and humid, but I have the Zero Breeze, so I sit out there with them, and I get the little Zero Breeze out. I shoot it on myself while they're like running around being fools. So that's been nice. I was trying to think what else. Gosh, there's so much. I feel like. Yeah, so. Mark, you knew what Adequan was and you've never mentioned it? We're no longer friends. I've all the research, and like Nisha was like crazy about research, and like neither one of us had ever come across that. I'm just shocked. Like, how did we not know that? It's amazing the stuff that you don't know in the world until you know it. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna go to Alaska. Depending on how long I can go, if I can be away for as much as maybe like 5 or 6 months, then I will probably detour along the way, like a little bit. I want to go, regardless, I'm going to go through the Pacific Northwest. It's technically a little bit faster if I drive straight through Canada, which nothing against Canada. I don't know, maybe I will go through Canada one of the ways that I go, like, but like one of the ways I'm also going to go through the Pacific Northwest, so even if I don't have time to stop there, really, I want to like go through it. Oh, you have racehorses? Who are you? It's like I knew nothing about you. Yep, you spelled Arlo correctly. So I don't ever post photos of Arlo, unfortunately. I've posted them in the Patreon because it's private. But like my sister, she's not like naive or anything and thinking that she can hide him social media. Like she does post photos of him on her own stuff, but like I don't want to just like throw stuff all the way out there and everything. So, but I can put some more on Patreon. I've already got like over 1,000 photos of him. Went and did it was my first baby photo shoot. Went and took tons of photos. And then I went back a second day and took family photos and all this stuff. So, so yeah. Hi, Sam. How old are the boys again? So Enzo is 6, Lotus is 4. We will always be friends. So that's good. So yeah. Obviously, you haven't seen the vlogs yet, but so my original plan was to come back in late July. Well, my original plan was to come back after a few weeks, and I didn't come back for 137 days. But once I realized I wasn't coming back for a long time, my plan was to come back like mid-late July, because that's when he was due. And I was exhausted just mentally and physically, and kind of like ready to go home and like just have a break. But I was in Utah, and like southern Utah is gorgeous. There's so many national parks and everything down there. So I was like, I really should just suck it up and like detour to southern Utah. And then the cable that connects Starlink from the satellite to the router broke, and it's a proprietary cable, and I didn't have a backup. So I was just like, I'm done. Like, that's the cable that broke the straw's back, like, or the camel's back. Like, we're going home, boys. Like, I did contact Starlink to get a new one, but they couldn't get me one for like over a week or something, and trying to get mail on the road is next to impossible, especially when it's that long. So I was just like, forget it. Like, let's just go home. What's on your hat? Cincinnati Reds. What you growling at? Oh, got the mailman? I know. I got the mailman? I know. You tell him. You tell him, pup. As far as like the channel, obviously we're going to keep vlogging and all this stuff. I do think it's funny that, you know, I told everybody last year that, hey, we're going to be traveling, going to be vlogging this. And then, like, I still to this day will get people commenting, like, I thought this was a pup channel. It's like you see, like, what's happening, right? Like, it's always been a vlog channel. It's just, I spent most of my days hanging out with the pups, so I centered it around them. But now I spend most of my days traveling with the pups, so, like, they're always going to be in it. They're always going to be part of my life. But it obviously, people want to see the travel content stuff, too. So, like, I'm going to show that. So it's just kind of funny. I have thought about changing the name, and I probably will eventually. But I don't know what I would call it, so, like, I've been, like, real hesitant. So, yeah. I haven't done any of that yet. All back gold. So that was Lotus's lazy bark. Like, growl, like, I see something, I'm not thrilled about it, but it doesn't seem to actually be attacking me. And by the way, Lotus's idea of something that's attacking him is, you know, anything even remotely walking in his direction. That's a sign of offense. That's a sign of aggression on their part, and he must let them know. But the mailman really was just kind of like across the street, so he does his little lazy bark. So funny. Doesn't even like stand up. It's like, really? Like, you're so lazy with that. Where you going? You want to be on camera again? You gotta get just the right spot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so that's the perfect spot where my pup blanket doesn't cover. So then it gets on the actual blanket. Well, that's such a good boy. You were so smart to figure that out. Yeah. Oh, you coming up too, Bubba? You coming up too? Well, come on. Come on. Enzo's always so polite. He'll be like, oh, I don't think there's enough room for me. Come on, Bubba. Well, come on, Hammy. Well, come on, Hammy. So yeah. I am new here. Don't change the channel name. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to get changed anytime soon, but maybe before we head to Alaska, I might change it, like sometime after the first of the year. I haven't decided. I mean, I'll admit it is a little confusing if you've never been to the channel and you just come to it. That's why I did change the banner and everything recently. But yeah. But don't worry, it'll always be centered around the pups because they're my whole pup in life. Yeah. Yeah. Just get up here. You're being ridiculous. Come on. Come on, Hammy. She's a Pete. Let's see. What was that? Let's see. Yeah, the head tilts are the best. Just joining you. I was out working my Sable German Shepherd Spirit before it got too hot. Have you started yet? Have I started what? The live stream? Yes, the live stream has started. Let's see. Yeah, it has been a while since we did a live stream, obviously. Oh my goodness, it's just a little pup on wind and we get all panicky. Oh my goodness. And freak out because of a little wind. Oh gosh, when we were traveling, we would have some wicked wind, especially in the desert. Are you growling at the wind? We would get some pretty wicked wind. Like, I can remember being in, like, the Sierra Nevada. And the wind was so bad. Like, the Airstream would shake. It was so bad. And Lotus was just like, I don't care. Because it had been so many weeks and months since we had seen rain that he was like, I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't rain anymore, so I don't care. Then we come back here, and it's like, rain. Yeah, Enzo's, he can be a really stubborn pup. Like, we'll go to the park and they'll be exhausted. They'll have been running around forever. Like, I just know they're exhausted. And I'll tell him to get in the truck, and like, he will purposely walk so slow. He's like, you told me to do something, so I'm doing it, but I'm going to do this at a snail's pace. And like, he will just slowly walk up the stairs, and he'll kind of pause and look at me, and it's like, just get in the stupid truck. Like, yes, I am doing okay. Thank you, Betty. Good luck stealing Lotus. Well, I'm so glad, A. Your name just says A, so I don't really know. Does Lotus have a mustache? No, he does not. He's just a pup. All that stubbornness, and then it just lays down. Alright, so I feel like I've said a lot, so if anybody has any questions about any of that, feel free. And then what else have we been doing? Yeah, so the Big Sur video, that's coming next. We spent the entire day going up through Big Sur. And then after that will probably be the San Francisco vlog. Will be the next travel vlog that I edit. Which, that's like my favorite one. Like, I've been waiting to do that. Like, I've almost cheated and just been like, nah, I'm just going to edit this one and post it because, like, I want to post it. But no. Try to stay somewhat in order. Like, sometimes I jump around, but, like, I try to stay a little bit in order. But I don't know. Yeah, we tried calming collars, and all sorts of things, and nothing ever really worked so well for Lotus. Unfortunately. Oh. Well, I feel like I pretty much got out most of everything I wanted to say, which is like record time for me. Because we've only been going for about 25 minutes. So that's good. If you guys don't have any like questions or, you know, anything you want to ask about the pups or rally or traveling, then, yeah, just go enjoy your Saturday. Lotus, you got anything to add? No? Okay. The only thing that helped my dog's separation anxiety when my fiance lifted was chews for his first year of life. I'm sorry, I don't know what that meant. I think there's some autocorrect issues happening there. Shayla? Sorry. But, yeah. The P.O. Box is still active. Because I renewed it. So it's still good till December. I don't know if I'm going to renew it after that. I haven't decided. So yeah, but it is still active till December. Yes, Penny, I did talk about Alaska. You should be able to rewind or watch it later. Like, it'll stay up. But yeah, I did kind of talk about Alaska already. So that's definitely happening. As far as the next live stream, I don't know. I don't necessarily have another one planned anytime soon. You know, there's not a whole lot going on to really talk about. So, I probably won't do it live again. I'll probably do maybe like one before we leave, which won't be for several months. I'm still debating like what we're going to do between now and then, like if we're going to do anything crazy. But if we do, obviously I will vlog it and stuff. Well, thank you, Sherry. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end this then. And if you guys obviously have any questions or anything, you can always DM me on Instagram. And yeah, I think that'll that'll do it. It's like record time, boys. We did good. Yeah, the efficiencies. You don't care. All right. Well, I will see you all later. Oh, wait. I don't know, like, I'm getting blown up with questions, so, like, I wonder if they're delayed or something. After days of having an RV life, is it more difficult now to live under one roof? No. I mean, I wouldn't say it's difficult. I will say that the idea of, like, it's been nice having, like, unlimited water and stuff. It was like it was a couple weeks before I could, like, wash my hands without, like, reflexing to, like, turn off the water, like, as quick as possible. Which, nothing against water conservation, but you don't have to be that insane about it when you have, you know, indoor plumbing. But the idea of having to, like, furnish a house, just, like, no. Like, that just, like, that would stress me out, honestly. Like, my sister went furniture shopping yesterday, which, good for them. Like, that's awesome. They bought some really cool stuff. But I'm just like, oh, I do not want to own things. Like, I'm over it. So, that's actually how we ended up staying in the house, actually, it was mid-July. And we were just kind of hanging out there in the day because it was so hot. And my parents were like, you know, you could just, like, sleep up in the loft. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to move everything in. And I already had my laundry in the house because I was doing laundry. And I had my backpack with my camera gear because I always take that places. And I was like, huh, well, my clothes are here and my camera gear's here and the pups are inside and Rally's inside. Yeah, I basically already moved in. So, yeah. Sherry Rally is inside. But we'll go ahead and sign off. I just wanted to answer that question real quick since I saw it come in. I didn't know if it was delayed or not, but we'll see you all later.